Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream and Club Call K6FUU. Nice to see you folks in there. It is a Tuesday night. I am still very full from dinner. I was just watching, was it the Clubhouse I was just on? Or Hams and Coffee. I'm so bad. I always get them mixed up. I have my antenna down, and we just had some rain here, believe it or not, and some lightning. I think it all has passed, but I just kind of keep everything down. Why no HF? Yeah, but we did have some weather cruise through here. If Greg from Altaloma is in here, which he might be in here later, he'll attest to the bad weather we had, and you guys can look online for yourself. Most of the storms passed through. I also want to kind of play with this. I got this in the mail. You guys know what this is? I was going to wait till more people popped in here, but there's 20 people in here. That's enough. What's going on, dude? Yeah, it's a box. Jason, I was thinking about you today when I was doing my 11 miles on my bike, my stationary bike. And yes, I did ride my other bike outside. What's in the box? Would you guys remember from last week what I ordered? What did I order last week? Anybody? Anybody remember what I ordered last week? Let's see if you guys are going to be on your toes and remember. Anybody? An analyzer? Almost said a bad word there. Yes. Yes. So you guys remember? First off, I had it upside down. I'm not sponsored by anything. I paid full price for this, so just a heads up. I bought it at Gigaparts. Well, we'll see. I think it needs to be charged, right? Oh, wow. This is probably going to be a little too confusing for me anyways. Oh, I don't see any adapter in here. That's not a good sign. Well, I guess I won't be using this. Well, at least anytime soon. Oh, there is. I'm sorry. I don't need to. I apologize. Oh, I just did the I pulled the. Some people are infatuated with that. I don't really care. Oh, this has got a nice little thing to it here. So I'll put that on. I don't need to have this around my neck right now. What's up, Roy? Nice to see you in there. So this is a SO whatever. Yeah, I'm going to have to charge this thing here for a bit. Is this thing like always on? I don't have any power close by. Yeah, I bet they do, right? I'll make sure I take these instructions out because I'm probably going to need them to... I don't think I'll be putting this through the paces today. Nice little box. What do they call it? Israel or Ukraine or something like that, right? Estonia or something? Yeah, gonna need to charge this thing up. Let's see here, ham. Would it know the frequency, or do I have to put it? Oh, I have to put it in there. Well, the reason why I say that is because I know that wherever this came from, it was ravaged by war. So that's the only thing I can, and that's the only two places that are not too good with wartime stuff going on. And I wasn't being sarcastic at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this thing out. So how do I go to 20 meters? I'm going to have to watch like a YouTube video how to do this. I'm sure Smoke and Ape have something. Oh, I see here. Oh, this isn't in English. Some of it is. So I need to go to 14127. One of our cats are crying. Yeah, that's why I decided not to go on. I'm interested to take my antenna off here and see what it does. Nice short skip. And what do they call that? When the VHF stuff's going? I'm sorry, you guys can't even see this. 14. One of our cats keeps crying. Why are you crying, cat? So if I wanted to do something in the middle of 20 meters here, would I do, I don't know, can you guys see that there? Oh, actually you can. But I said it like that. I'm interested to see what it does. I'm gonna take my headphones off real quick, and you guys are gonna hear me rattle around some stuff. I want to see what this does. Let me point this way so you guys can hear me. Maybe I got to disconnect my antenna temporarily. Oh, I know I'm off camera. This is probably not the best thing to do for live streaming because I'm not on camera. All you guys can do is hear me rattle stuff around, and I won't be able to show this because the antenna cable won't reach. Ooh. Oh, you know what? My antenna's down, so the SWR is going to be crap. Not a good idea. I'm like, hey, this says 2.7. Oh, well. I guess I'm not going to be able to play with this too much. Take my headphones off so I can reach. But apparently it works because I'm getting a 2.7 to 1 match on 20 meters right now. Turn this down so I don't get hello. Yeah, but that's a little bit more difficult to unplug. It's deeper inside the shack. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Deeper inside the shack. And now I'm just setting up this necklace for it. I didn't put my string through it before to hold the USB rubber cap through. See, like this. So now, oh, maybe it's not. Oh, yeah, it is held. Discord. Oh, it's invalid? I need to update that. Oh, boy. I don't know if I should do that on here. I don't know if I can. What's that thing called? Nightbot? Let's take a look. I can't show you some of this stuff, so. Look at this. Looking for top chatters here. Look at that. Ian's up on top. Dana. It's pretty good. John, nice to see you in here. So I need to change a command, and I need to go to Discord to get the invite. Where do I get the... Rude what? What? What's rude? Share server? What? The Discord invite's fine? Really? I'm going all this for no reason? Oh, it does work. Okay. My light's shaking. But anyways, yeah, you can set up different commands. I'm not even transmitting anything and the light's screwed up. Something's loose. The web link says invalid. I don't know. I just clicked on it. Said it was okay. What's up, dude? Thanks for the positive words on your channel, man. I appreciate you. By the way, I got to ask, and please don't take this the wrong way. How did that Skyline chili do for you? Why is that cat going crazy? Sasha? Sasha's the name of the cat. Sasha? This is not good. It's annoying. And then she'll start crying. Really? I've never had it. I've heard people get it, but I've never actually had it myself. No, that's not her hairball. She's usually deeper. Let's see if I can get this stupid thing to work. Yeah, no HF today, unfortunately. I was this close to going. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't go because I got sick. Well, I'm going to monitor it. Yeah, so here's another thing. This little Nightbot, man, it keeps track of like everything. Every single chat. So if someone messes up something, I can go back and look later. Does it have a bunch of onions in it? Because I hate onions. We could do a net tonight on 344 Charlie. I don't know if you guys can hear the airplanes going over. Airport was actually closed for a good half hour today because of the storms, which is just weird saying that. Do I need to, is there an off button for this rig expert? I'll have to charge this thing up. What's going on, John? Nice to see you in there. I'm not monitoring 91. Well, I am, but I'm not connected yet. A lot of ragchew going on last night on 91 Worldwide. Probably the most I've ever heard it. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here. I haven't seen this guy in here for a while. We've had Sad Ams in here. What do I do with that box? I should save all this stuff in case I get rid of it. Oh, it didn't go through. Skyline chili, man. I got to try that. I've seen the cans in the store here.
Openspot.
I just haven't.
Brandmeister 310.
I've never had it before. I'm sure it probably tastes
Oscar
different.
Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo responding to the station with the call sign Kilo Oscar 6 Golf Quebec X-ray. Yes, John, nice to know about that.
91 worldwide in full effect here on the Greg K6EGG live stream. By the way, that was supposed to come in on Friday, so very pleasantly
very nice
surprised.
Indeed. And I thank you for responding to my call, and I will add you to my log on QSet.co.
You know, I saw that. I think I made a comment in there.
Of doing the same thing.
For those of you guys know, I have not actually put up emails, but I've read them and I've sent them to a few people, screenshots of them, especially to my admins. I've gotten a lot of nasty email. I kind of got over the hump on that. Like I said in your comment there, those people I probably am never going to take advice from. So why should I take criticism from? So just take that with a grain of salt, I guess, right?
I'm in your country, and thank you for the conversation.
If you got a bunch of people complaining about something, the way I look at it, they know you're like over the target.
Oscar 6 Golf Quebec X-ray. This is Oscar.
That's that's the other reason is I'll state my opinion on here, and this I've always said it's my opinion based on what I've dealt with. Like if certain stuff I don't like. That's why I don't want to have any type of sponsorships or anything like that, because I don't want to be tied to anything.
This will be my final.
This guy's out by me. Redlands is about 30 minutes from me.
Talking to you. And yes, I will confirm your QRs there. Actually, I have enough now.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want that.
I will confirm it, and then when you get your star, I'm trying to do
correct.
The same thing.
You guys all came here on your own, or stayed on your own at minimum. I appreciate that. You can also leave on your own if you don't like something, and I appreciate that too. That's the way I've always been. And anybody out there that's met me in person, I don't know if anybody in the chat right now currently has met me in person. I am the same way that you see me here. I'm not filtered at all. Well, you're being forced. I'm paying you to watch.
John, and by the way, a very good audio on your
this is 91 worldwide. It's a DMR talk group.
About your working conditions, so it's doing a very good job. And thank you for the conversation. And
do you have your ham radio license there, Katie?
To your log and asking for confirmation to confirm our conversation. Thank you. 73. Bye bye. This is Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo calling CQ and seeking contacts with
CQ
anywhere in the world.
Yeah, this is where the action's at, though.
Attention, Oscar Zulu 1 3 Juliet Quebec.
And you know what? And to be honest with you, I'm a troller on X. If anybody follows me on X knows just as well, I troll on there. So, once again, my opinion. I don't think someone could be wrong about opinion. Unless you're stating facts, of course. You should do it. Do it, Ian. I got to turn my AC on. It's muggy up here. K6EGG. I like the DX there, Katie. You don't mind? I'm going to look you up.
Thank you very much for coming back to my call.
K8
EDX. Hello, this is Whiskey 1 FTX. And
you up in Maine? You got your general? I can always use Maine contacts. I can use a voice contact in York County too.
The smallest state here in the U.S. And then the city code Pawtucket, and the time at the moment
It's 29 minutes past 10 in the
That's a
evening,
very good call.
with a temperature almost 18 degrees Celsius. Very nice day today in this neck of the woods. Okay, Thornton, I got your name from the other Gussos, so I turn it back to you, Oscar Zulu 13. JK, this is Whiskey 1, FTX. Back to you.
This is Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Killer responding to Daniel in the United States of America. Nice to talk to you, Daniel. Nice photo on your QR
What's going on, Kim?
COM profile. So,
Hey, did you get some of that rain?
On the
It like thunder and lightning here. I think most of it's passed. I still have my antenna down because the band was poo-poo.
Your audio is very nice, very pleasant. So no problem.
I hope I have a 5.59 signal into 91 worldwide. That's Daniel W1 FDX. See, another DX in there. I like the DX stations. Up by you too. I think I've talked to him before. He looks familiar. And Katie, do you have DMR? Same with you, Kim. I think we've discussed this before. I don't think you're a digital person.
Normally, I'm using the nearby repeater. However, it's broken these days, so
That's unfortunate.
It's repaired. So therefore, I'm using a hotspot. So it is working, and it's doing.
Wow, I saw that.
All very, very nice.
How did you find a channel there, Katie? I always
the time
wonder.
in Denmark is 4:31, so we are doing the night here in Denmark.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm located near Copenhagen.
35 years, that's a long way.
And I just want to pop in here on the Talk Group 91.
Those people don't make it past the 5-year mark, so congratulations. I'm going to be 14 years
because there's a lot of nice
and probably another
people,
8 or 9 at least dating my wife
a lot of
coming
nice
up July.
conversations happening. So there's a lot of nice things to talk about with a bunch of nice people. So that's very good indeed.
It might work.
You, Daniel.
It's just it's a ham radio mode. It's voice over IP. You can connect to it with a radio to a hotspot or a little tiny transmitter. Nice. I like popping up on people's YouTubes. I know I made it somewhere.
This is Whiskey 1 FTX Eternity. It's doing.
I thought you said he doesn't do
great job
radio.
for you. Your
Is it you said that?
is outstanding, Thornton. Very, very nice audio indeed.
My buddy, I'm not going to say his name, met his now wife on CB, and they've been married. They got married before I did, I think. I think they're 15 years in, 16 years in.
So clear.
No, they're longer than that, I think.
Set up as you have there at your station, so working perfectly for you, Thornton.
On the wedding?
Something very simple here. I'm just
No chance you get him back on the radio, huh?
Windows, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Blue TV for Windows. This is a program that was created by the Dutch. His name is Dave.
What's up, Todd? Nice to see you in there.
Time.
And your aviator there?
Was the one who created.
Oh, man.
That's also an application that I used to use quite often to talk to a very good friend of mine in France.
I don't think we had
who unfortunately
a lot of ladies on the radio out by me. And actually, I could probably hear Kim on CB where I'm at. And I was on CB 35 years ago, too. Mainly channel 35 or 33.
Maybe one of these days we can go to another channel and have a longer conversation. Was it a real pleasure talking to you? 73,
Oops.
Take care and have a great morning. It's already morning there near Copenhagen in Denmark.
I don't hear them. See, that's the thing I was talking about last night, is I don't hear people on 91 worldwide in the middle of the night, which is strange. All these guys, so this guy's on the East Coast with the Oscar Zulu station. What's that? Not Germany, Denmark, right? Trying to get it pulled up here. Oh, come on.
Foxtrot Delta X-ray. Daniel in the United States of America. Yes,
United States of America. He looks like a doctor almost. Is he a doctor?
Fellow that you were mentioning, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I do not think that I know about that system. I do know that there is some people who's using their computer.
That chair looks very uncomfortable to me, but
not linked.
However, I'm not
dang it!
familiar with that.
I always hit that when I'm in DMR mode.
The audio is very good. There's no problems. It's
5x9 signal to 91 worldwide. Wide. I remember Doug UK or KB2 UKA. He got on. I think I was his first DStar contact, and he's like, "Man, everybody sounds drunk on here. You definitely have to get used to it, like sideband too."
And I hope that you will do me the honor of adding me to your log on QRZ.
I'm not logging DMR contacts. I said that last night. I logged 2 of them, and none of them confirmed.
I will be asking you through.
I'm telling you, you better log me.
Confirm this conversation. That would be most appreciated. So thank you for responding. So 7-3 to you. And have a nice time in your country. This is Oscar Zulu 13.
Oh, your husband's awesome then.
Listening for your potential final, or perhaps other callers here on the frequency.
I used to drool through the catalog at Radio Shack constantly in high school. It was like crack for me back then. I don't think crack was too big of a thing then. I think it was cocaine back then.
Thank you very much for coming back to my call and for the time here chatting here on 91. And as I said,
why am I not surprised, John? There is a couple Radio Shacks still out there.
Yes, I will confirm.
I do believe there is a few, and they're back online, I think, right?
My time, so that I think will be 2:35 UTC.
They're back online. I don't know how old you are there, Katie.
From you, I'm going to confirm that on the QRZ log book.
I don't see if there's stores. Wow. We got one in San Luis Obispo. Oh, you know what? That's not a real. It's an authorized reseller. That's not a store.
Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
I watched a thing on, I don't know, it was Discovery Channel show that aired on, they had it on an airplane. And they had like Orange Julius, they had all the the 80s stuff that went out, 80s and 90s that started disappearing. I think Orange Julius got bought out by 4 different places. Eventually Dairy Queen.
Oscar November 3,
really?
Bravo Uniform Tango. This is Kilo 6 Sierra Tango K6ST. You around for a demo?
Am I 90? No, I'm on 91.
At the moment, in the early morning, moving from the Netherlands to Belgium to my work.
Belgium? He's going from... Oh, that's a different guy.
Okay, very good, Patrick. This is Barry, Kilo 6 Sierra Tango. In Reno, Nevada, United States, I have about 6 or 8 people here. We're doing a little ham class here on a Tuesday night. When you say you're moving, does that mean you're mobile while you're driving? Oscar November 3, Bravo Uniform Tango in Belgium.
I have a GMRS license, but I can't remember off the top of my head what my license is. I believe Seth made me get it. And Sam. Where are those 2 guys? Well, actually, no. Seth has an out. He's in not Taiwan anymore. He's in Vietnam.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. I want to make one more call, if I may, to another DX station. Is that okay, Patrick?
I've never done DMR. I don't have a rig for it. Let me tell you something, Kim. It's very complicated. It's very technical. I couldn't have done it without 5 million people. And I don't know if you ever get on because they have DStar too. The Icom flavor, because there's different flavors. The Icom flavor DStar. I don't know if you're on 2 meter at all. Fred K6OS talked me into it one night. That's actually where I met Dana N7UFT.
There, my friend. Hope you're doing fine. K6ST VE2WES. Namer on the end of Sylvain here.
What's the Yaesu is the
Alpha in Norway. And
I'm spacing here.
YSF. And I hope that everyone in the background is doing well. K6ST VE2WES. Okay, very good.
You have? I didn't know that. I had lunch with Dana yesterday, actually. C4FM, that's it.
Session. Many of the people are getting ready to take their ham exam in a couple of weeks.
No one ain't got no time for have a ham radio for ham radio, right? You just use your phone.
What's going on up there in Quebec? K6ST. May I have your name again? Your name?
What's your name? Give me your name.
The name is Barry. I spell Bravo, Alpha, Romeo.
So why do they sound like robots? Because the digital signal is like severely compressed at a very low bit rate. And John probably can explain it in a better technical sense. So it basically is like, in my eyes, in my ears, they sound like bad MP3s. You get real bad ones that used to steal from Napster back in the early 2000s.
In Labrador, the city.
Speaking French. It's a French city.
Vermont. And what else?
It's a Canadian city, but it's a French from French descendants.
Coming down to Europe. And I hope when it would stop some of this someday. Other than that, we're doing fine. Using here the Derivativist RT3S radio Tango 3 Sierra, and the SOCOP to the hotspot, which is a Raspberry Pi. I'm putting out
you know what? That's in the BI of the holder there. What's easier? If you're an Icom person, I would say DStar is probably easier, but it's a royal pain in the butt to set up. Same thing with DMR. But I found that once you kind of get DMR set up, it seems to be easier to float through. There's different flavors of DMR now. There's Brymester. There's, let me see here. There's AMCOMM, and then there's TGIF. So those are basically the servers, I guess. And I've never actually messed with. Gosh, I've never actually messed with. That's for Eric, Hamstick Eric there. I've never actually messed with Fusion or C4FM natively before.
There's five.
I think I've talked to Barry before.
Together tonight, including some instructors here. And they're working on getting their license, so it'll be exciting to have some new hams. Happen to be the president of the Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society.
I've talked to him before.
It's a club of about 400 members here in Reno, Nevada.
I think Greg is involved with that.
Check in, so it's a beautiful club.
N7.
We're going to do ARRL Field Day coming up in 3 weeks from this weekend here in the U.S. I'm wondering if you're going to be doing it in Canada also as part of it.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people on it. The selling point, I guess, is if you can't set up an HF antenna, you could talk to anybody around the world instantaneously. I guess. I mean,
but as I do know, We have a web page here.
DMR definitely seemed easier to set up, but keep in mind,
And
Kim, I'm actually going in to my Openspot 4 Pro. I can't talk tonight via DStar and then cross moding into DMR. If that can get you any more confusion.
I don't remember if there's somebody's doing a event for the ARL contest.
Refresh.
But, anyway, we'll see in time. We'll see in time. Anyway,
I have it. I can activate a VHF, but I can't listen.
And
interesting.
I wish you
get your
very good evening.
Your DMR ID set up correctly.
To your background with the 8 people.
And technically, DMR isn't. No, P25 is a Motorola, right?
To your background there, Barry. All the best. The background.
Hey, folks! Don't forget to hit that like button, especially if you are new. You hear a beep. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going through, though.
We're trying to do our best with the English speaking.
It just means you're hitting the repeater, but it may not be passing the info along.
Nice talking with you there, Barry. K6EGG.
Yeah, that too.
Nice call sign. The 2WES.
I hate the way P25 sounds. Some of the newer radios we use at work, it's so difficult to listen to P25 in a crowd.
Well, thanks for just talking.
I have talked to Barry before. That call sign is very familiar.
When I was a youngster, it's been a great hobby and help a lot of people. I just got back from camping yesterday. I have off from work today.
Have you
had 5 different photo parks in the air, and went to a few.
And it was trying to help you out there.
So did a whole lot of good
I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
Okay, everybody.
Really?
Got a lot of good
I don't know.
up and happy smiles.
Trying to listen to P25 on a little tiny speaker in a crowd. It just drives me nuts.
Thanks for
DMR no, it doesn't necessarily need Wi-Fi. You can connect to local repeaters, although I think you're in Maine. There's probably not a lot of local repeaters in your area, I'm guessing, that have DMR. So you'd need a hotspot with Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, I'm curious in Quebec, since I think you're bilingual, French and English, if I'm correct there. Do you speak to most people in English? Do you speak at all French on the ham radio? During on the radio itself, over.
I don't know. I'm not going to keep my comments to myself.
Concerning the talk groups here in Quebec, mostly it's in French.
Pretty much everything's in French.
If you got a pen or probably a good memory, we have a talk group here.
Quebec is like its own country. And I don't know if my Canadian friends here in the chat would agree with me on that.
I would say more than.
But it's so different from anything else. I think they make you learn French in school there in that province. If I'm correct, my dad mentioned that.
That's a talk group which I use most of the time, and most of my friends, they're using that.
Katie's actually not too far away from Quebec.
Most of them, they speak English also. So there's my friend Benoit, V2VD, and he's the administrator of the Prime Master.
Actually, I could show you my hotspot here on camera if you want.
There's older.
It's an Openspot 4 Pro. Katie, if you're still here, and Kim,
most of the time
and whoever else.
On the talk groups here in Quebec, mostly it's in
this
French.
Particular one runs off a battery, and you can see the red light. Well,
every
maybe
Monday
not,
night,
it's exposure with the white.
Time, and it's they're holding their nets in French, but there's nobody show with English.
You can see the light transmitting there.
Speaking. But anyway, I'll invite you to come to our talk group, which is 302.
And this one has a battery that lasts, depending on how much power you're using, probably about I don't know, 8 hours.
There's a bunch of guys
it's too dark.
Speak full English.
K6 TV 2WS.
See how much a little bit of light difference changes the camera?
Okay, very good. V2WES K6SD. Well, thanks much. I'm going to let you go. I think people want to go home after their training here. Have a great evening.
It's only 7:30.
K6SD.
They don't need to go home. 7:50. It's early yet.
Mary, was nice talking with you. Hope we'll catch you some other time, my friend. And
this is what, John, if you don't mind me putting this up there,
evening,
you guys are probably well better
we'll catch you some other time.
off explaining this to me, or explaining this than me.
73 is V2WES.
Is that it? Is that all they got? It does look like a mouse, too. And for those of you watching, I changed to a different Pi hat, I think. What am I on, a Pi 4? I can't remember. I'm so bad at this stuff. Pi 0. So I'm a Pi 0 on that one. Rev 1.1. I have two different ones. So this is a Pi 2. A little bit faster. I noticed it's definitely a little bit faster. But I had a problem with the other Pi 2 I had. But this is pretty much all you need here. A little power supply there that plugs in the USB socket. You don't even need 32 gigs. Not even close. And a radio. Don't forget, you need a radio. You know, I mean, it has a lot more functionality to it. But you know what? It's not that reliable. Thing shuts off and does all kinds of weird stuff. You spent a lot of time building this site here, dude. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, anybody that's new that was asking about this is a good resource there from John there. K6EGG. Gosh, I hope I got that right. Oh, it's right there in front of my face. I'm hearing somebody talking there. Yeah, John, I would agree with you on that. Like I said, yeah, this is a lot of work you did here, dude. What other hobbies do you have here? Photography. I was going to guess that. Echo Link. Voice over IP, basically. Oh, look at that. My name's in there, or my call sign's in there. N9NJS from Chicago area. Yeah, this is, so if you guys want to skim through that, look for stuff that you need to figure out, that's a good place, man. You mean this?
Not linked.
Echo Link has its place. By the way, John, sorry, Tim, I might be good for tomorrow. It depends if I have to drop my car off or not.
Is this frequency in use?
What's this? Yes, the frequency is in use, so they're holding it for a net. Somebody from LA is in there, Los Angeles.
What that net is that the K6SEGG net? Those Kilo Oscar 6, Foxtrot, Zulu. I'm just monitoring right now.
K06, Foxtrot Zulu. You out in LA?
Yep, I'm in LA.
Why the heck was it raining today? What is up with that? There was 0% chance, so we got nailed here in the Inland Empire here out here in Chino, California.
We had some, it sounded like thunder going on out here, but the rain was kind of weird. It was like spotty, light, slightly heavy, and then very light.
Are you out in downtown Los Angeles? I'm going to say I'm 38.7 miles away from you.
Yep, I'm out here in downtown Los Angeles. I'm out here working right now.
Yep, I'm actually was supposed to be at work today, not too far away from you up the hill there at Dodger Stadium, and I heard they had to put the tarp on the field.
Oh yeah, I believe it, because I know up there a bit, it was heavier rain up towards that way. A little bit south, it didn't seem like too much rain. My sister said that it was very short-lived.
Jason, you're not out in Santa Clarita, are you? You're in Florida, right? I'm sorry, Tim. Copy that. I just saw your call sign run across there, and I saw a local person in there. Just wanted to say hello here on 91 Worldwide. How are you getting in? A hotspot or a local repeater out here?
I'm connected to the Palos Verdes repeater. I'm using a Motorola R7 right now.
Copy that. Yeah, you're straight shot there south or whatever, south and west. So, all right. Well, nice to meet you. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. I'm going to be monitoring here in Southern California and streaming on YouTube too. What part of LA did you grow up in?
Yeah, thank you so much. This is Kilo Oscar 6, Foxtrot Zulu. I'm like tinkering with the radio right now, so I'm gonna probably be monitoring, but I'm gonna connect to the Mount Wilson repeater right now.
Is there a 91 Worldwide DMR repeater up there too? I didn't know that. Lots of repeaters in LA. Tons of them.
Yeah, I have the same talk group. I'm just going to switch over to that one because it's a little bit more reliable from where I'm at.
I think the only Papa DMR is on Santiago. Copy that. 7-3. 7-3. I don't know why I said it like that.
7-3-2 if I don't see you on the other side of this repeater.
I've gotten a coworker out in Chino Hills, but honestly, Burbank. Yep, Chino Hills is not too far away, and La Cañada, that's how you pronounce that correctly, is up against the foothills off the 210 up here in Southern California. That's probably about an hour away. It's off the 210 and like it's kind of by Pasadena, if you guys don't know the area. It's that direction. Someone one of these days is going to have to explain to me. So there's a DMR repeater, and there's multiple different talk groups on it at once. Are they always transmitting? Or when you connect to it, it starts transmitting? I don't know how that works. I know there's like a timing thing or slots or something. I don't know how that works. Oh boy, John. You're going to get technical when someone says, well, it depends. So if I had a scanner, I can pick up the repeater that he was probably talking on. I hope you get some DX, man. Looks like you made it across there. 713. I hear somebody talking in there. That's actually not true. That last guy I was talking to, he was actually on a repeater, so that's not necessarily true. I ask a lot, and a lot of people actually connect.
With new people here on Talk Group 91, seeking contacts to be added to the log on QSL.
Oh, I don't want to log. I don't want to log anything.
13 Juliet Kilo, seeking contacts.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
213. Copy. Kilo. Charlie 2. Lima. Mike.
So, like, if a bear craps in the...
This is Oscar Zulu, 13 Juliet.
But if you
Kilo,
have 6 static talk groups
with
on
the
one
call sign.
TS...
Kilo
Which,
Charlie 2. Lima. Mike. Go ahead, sir.
what is TS? I'm sorry. Time...
Urban, good evening from the southwestern part of the U.S.
Slots, okay.
My name is Ed Echo Delta.
So you can only have
We
2
are
time slots at once?
About to experience some thunderstorms here in Albuquerque. Go ahead.
I love me some thunderstorms. Everything's hard, Adam. Everything.
This is Denmark responding. Yes, hello, Ed. Edward. I think it's
TDMA has 2 time slots. Isn't TDMA, is that like telephone? God, I'm bad.
Big antennas, disconnect them from the radios, then nothing, no harm will come to them, at least, hopefully. So, yeah, well...
I do understand trunking.
Respond. Always nice to get a contact through.
Yes, Haley.
So,
hi, Haley. We have some ladies watching tonight, too. It's not just all men. You want to show me your earring? Mm-hmm. She just got her ear pierced yesterday. You excited? And that's the only thing she's going to get pierced on her body. At least when she's living here. Oh, sorry, Haley. Watch your feet. I don't want to run over your foot. John saying, hello, yo, Haley. You can read that now.
Where is it?
You see what they say? That guy is talking on Albuquerque Center.
Is it over there?
Yeah, right there. Right there. See that? It's right next to the camera.
It says yo, Haley.
Yeah, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
See, look what John said. What, can you read that? Go in camera. Come in camera. Come closer to me. See what John says? What does he say?
Distraction.
No, you know how I read.
I know that word.
You know that word.
Did I see it before?
Yes, you have. You've read it before. Welcome to the show.
Oh.
You probably have a higher reading level than I do right now.
Oh,
I'm not kidding.
I thought it was that one.
No, this one. Just read the bottom one there.
I didn't see that one.
Just.
I was looking at the top.
Do you think you could read better than Daddy? What does Katie say? She's got his little smile, laughing face. Mm-hmm. She's probably making fun of me, which is okay.
Yeah, but there's both Johns, so I was a little confused.
Yeah, there's two. Oh, I'm sorry. There is 2 Johns.
Yeah.
You're right. Just the regular John. John without any numbers or letters after it. What does that say? What does Gray Mampota say?
This might not be safe for you.
What's the last word?
Kids.
Yep. Good job. Good job. You're already reading better than Daddy. We got another. Oh, wait, we got Ben. He said something here too. What does he say? Look it on the screen. This might be easier for you to read.
Where is he?
It's on the screen. Right under your face. Look on the screen. Right here. Right here. Look.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, welcome to the party. And look at Katie says, Hi, Haley. Even I think you spelled her name wrong, but that's okay. She does a Haily.
Oh, yeah. She did it.
It's okay. We almost came up with that. Almost was your spelling. That was the second guess. That's the second thing. We got somebody calling from or coming in there from Canada.
Daddy, did you hear that they're getting rid of pennies?
Who?
People are getting rid of pennies.
They probably should have done that years ago. They're a waste of money. Pennies are a waste of money.
I have like 200 and something.
Give them to me then.
No.
Why not?
I just don't want it. Probably have more pennies, but I didn't count them.
What does that say right there?
Welcome.
Yep. Hello from Anaheim. I'll be right there. I'll be down there on Friday, hopefully, as long as I get a car.
Oh, yeah. A car.
You have 17 years of experience, me 30. That's awesome. We're not on DStar yet. All right, Haley, you going to bed?
Mm-hmm. Can you come to my room later?
Maybe later.
Yeah.
I might go for a bike ride, too, again.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. We got somebody in from Hawaii, too.
Outside or inside?
Outside. I rode inside for 45 minutes, 50 minutes earlier.
50 minutes? I only did like 10 or 10 minutes.
A 91 real wide is quiet. Let's go to 93. What the heck, right? Let's see what's happening. So we're going to go to another talk group. And let me show you how this thing works. So this is the open...
This is Kilo 8 Whiskey Tango Lima. I'm saying talk group 91. Kilo 8 Whiskey Tango Lima.
So this is the setup page here. I am talking on a DStar radio. It says, please select your type of radio. So I have a 9700, which is an Icom radio, which is also the digital mode. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice. Is DStar. So I'm going to talk from my DStar radio into Brandmeister, which is DMR. And I'm going to go, because I know this offhand, 93.
Secure.
I don't like...
Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. Secure.
93 North America.
Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet.
See you later. I don't want to be...
3102.
I didn't make it.
Openspot connected to Brandmeister 3102.
Still not connected. There it goes. Me too. That kind of, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it's kind of sounds goofy. So I'm monitoring 93 North America. I'll wait here a minute or two to make sure I don't hear anybody before I call CQ. Or I won't. I've talked to him before. I know their call sign. I want to say I talked to him on HF. Let's take a look. So it's the same frequency because I'm going into a hotspot, but it's a different talk group. Does anybody have a link for talk group? I don't know, like list of them?
This is Kilo 8 Whiskey Tango
So
Lima.
I'm going to go to
93.
I'm going to go to 3100.
Kilo 8 Whiskey Tango Lima.
I'm going to go to 3100, which is another talk group. There's like 1,000 talk groups, by the way. And I might go on DStar here in a minute.
Openspot connected to Brandmeister 3102.
Isn't one? $3,100. Correct. Thank you there, Joe. I can control it by the radio too. Well, the DStar I can, but not DMR. This is probably very confusing for her. It's still confusing for me. Yeah, but hit that link. It'll tell you this is most of the Brandmeister. God, I can't pronounce that. All right, take care, Jason. Get your ride on tomorrow. This is the talk group list for Brandmeister. You can listen to these all online too, separately. No nets. I'm going to go on here and do a net. Not a call frequency. Canada worldwide for you folks up there in Canada. We got some Canadian viewers right now. Adam prefers DStar over YSF or C4FM. Remember the night I'm like, we said let's pick a talk group somewhere not in the United States, and I went to the China one. I don't know, were you guys in here? And I actually I had a good conversation with a dude in China. I don't know what this is. What, Russian? Guessing? I don't know. I guess they have chat ones. I don't know what that means. United Kingdom. You don't have any DStar repeaters that are connecting anything in there in Hawaii. At least from my personal experience of being out there, I had never made a DStar contact out there. Actually, one of my few contacts there in VHF was Hamsteak Eric. I was there with I was on the live stream. I made a contact with him from the I'm trying to think what hotel I was staying at. Used to go over there quite a bit. I still go over there about once a year. I was out there for a week last October. I did a couple live streams. If you want to look back at the last October live streams. No, they do not, as far as I understand. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe not. I don't think so. I just made a YouTube channel, so okay. Sure, you could do it. I mean, that's YouTube deal. What's your call sign? Oh, look at this. Yeah, in Hawaii, with all the millions of people in Hawaii, they have a 10-minute limit to talk. I probably just did it randomly for everything. KD3, huh? KD3 BHU. The 3 call, you're in the South. You're in Maryland. You get charged a tax. I'm monitoring 3100, so if anybody wants to pop in here too. Amateur Radio Television Network. Hello, and welcome back to the Amateur Radio Television Network. I'm your host. Make up a name. K6FUU. I got to get the K6FUU. We do have a DMR talk ID for that call sign. No, I don't own anything in Hawaii. Interesting. With their ID, right?
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf monitoring this DMR talk group. I think I'm on 3100 here in Southern California in the city of Chino, 37.8 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
Upload your videos to YouTube, dude. Somebody will watch. I didn't think anybody was going to watch this, and people were watching this. I don't even know how many people are watching tonight. What, 49?
Kilo 6 Echo Golf, Kilo 6 Echo Golf, W5SMA Whiskey 5 Sierra November Alpha.
I don't think I've ever talked to him before.
W5SNA, good to hear you. Got a good signal, good nice audio coming into DMR tonight. Good evening, and how are you doing? I'm out here in Southern California right now.
I don't know why I just said that. 52 are shown? Really? Don't hit that's the only thing I asked for. Don't send me money. Just hit the like button.
Good evening.
Tell your friends about the channel.
David, and I'm located in north central Arkansas on the Ozarks. About 300 miles to the east of Tulsa, Oklahoma, about 130 miles to the north of Little Rock, Arkansas, out in the middle of nowhere. Nice evening here, humid and in the 70s. Got storms rolling in. They'll be here in a few hours, just before I turn everything off this evening. Just kind of doing a little monitoring. And primarily sitting here listening to my scanner, listening to some of the radio systems around here, the Missouri State system and Arkansas system and
Arkansas.
So just playing radios this evening. Back to you.
Copy that. Sounds like you're possibly in the mountain area there. Maybe you got some elevation. Are you talking on a local repeater there, or using a hotspot or something like that? I'm surprised you have some stuff to listen out there. You just mentioned you're kind of in the middle of nowhere there. And I'm looking you up on the map here on QRZ. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I've been to that part of the country before. I've been in a lot of different parts of this country, but not where you're at there. So it is warm and humid here, and believe it or not, we actually had probably about a quarter inch of rain here today, which is totally out of the ordinary for this time of year here in June, this late spring technically. So good to hear you out here tonight. Yeah, just let me know, but I would love to know if you're in a local repeater or not there.
See, I always ask that. I ask that a lot. Not always, but quite often.
No, I am talking through a hotspot, through a DStar, and there is a repeater, but it's over a little bit of a ridge, and so I can't hit it. I'd have to get a little more elevation on an outside antenna, so it's easiest just to have a hotspot, and that way also I can use whatever talkers I want. A little bit of elevation, but not dramatic. I'm at about 1,100 foot, so nothing real wild and crazy. It is a fairly hilly area. So it's hilly and very dense, hardwood forests. I own just shy of 5 acres of land, 3 acres of timber here. So it's rural.
It's got it going on.
Rural America. Yeah, I'm listening to. It's funny, between DMR on ham and then all of the various trunk systems I listen to. Most everything I do is digital now in terms of monitoring. So. Arkansas has a trunk system, a digital phase 2, and then Missouri has one. So I just put up a disc antenna yesterday, so I've been playing with that, able to pick up some more stuff with that. So a lot of what I do with radio is scanner monitoring and so forth. So, and I play ham on the side. So back to you.
Good for you, man. I'm glad. He sounds like you got it going on. I would love to have some land. Albeit I am out in Southern California, and that little postage stamp space I have here in Southern California, I can actually probably talk to my neighbors sitting inside my house. I can almost reach them sitting inside my house. So I've got a little cookie cutter house, not little, but I have a cookie cutter house on a little pot of land here. Don't have a lot of space for HF, but I do use it. I got an in-fed half wave. Love talking on HF. I also like doing FT8 because I'm often away from my ham shack, and I'm able to remote into my my computer that's connected to my 7610 and get on the air that way, at least by FT8 standards. But good to see you're having some fun out there and enjoying your land there. I wish, like I said, I'm jealous.
I would imagine the land is significantly cheaper here than it is there, probably by orders of magnitude. But yeah, I ran to town earlier this evening, walking out of the park, and came home and watched a couple deer, or watched deer in my yard. So that we have deer and bear and all that come through. But I'm very blessed. I'm able to work from home and play radios and when I'm not working, and so it's a blessing. It is a blessing. Back to you.
Cool deal. What would you say the closest major city is? Is it Tulsa? What's Springfield? I think I saw on the map. I don't have it up right now. Missouri. I mean, how does that work? I mean, I'm so used to like having everything within like 3 miles away. So I mean, you probably have to like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Plan your trip, I guess, to get stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the nearest, like if I need to go to an airport, Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas, that's a pretty hopping area. It's about a 2-hour drive. Little Rock's, to the airport, 2.5. Springfield, about 2 hours. So yeah, we measure time in, or measure distance mostly in time here, and so I'm about 2 hours from most airports. I was up in Branson, Missouri earlier today. I had to go up to do some continuing education for my job, for my licensing and my professional licensing, and that's about an hour, 45 minutes away. Branson, Missouri is a hillbilly Las Vegas. That's one of the most more jocular terms I've heard for it, and it's fairly accurate. It is indeed a hillbilly Las Vegas. But yeah, I went up there earlier today and was back this afternoon. So yeah, we're kind of out here in, as they say, in the sticks.
Well, I actually have been to Branson, Missouri. I want to say it was like a music festival, maybe. Does that sound about right? Or some sort of music thing? This was probably late 90s. So it's 25 years plus, but it's been a few years. But yeah, I think I've been out to Branson before a couple times. I remember being super humid and hot. That's what I remember.
I was like swimming through the air there. It was like Memphis.
Yeah, it does get very, very, very hot here, and it's not even the heat per se. It's a wet heat. If you've been to New Mexico and Arizona and Phoenix, the dry heat, yeah, it's not that. It's humidity. Here, it's not at all unusual in July and August to have temperatures in the mid-90s and humidity 70 to 90%. That's very, very common. And when it's like that, it's miserable, to be honest with you. So we stay inside, and you soak up the air conditioning and go outside when it cools off in the evening or after dark. But then, of course, when once the sun goes down,
it gets more humid.
Then the mosquitoes like to come and try to haul you off. That's our state bird here. That's the mosquito. So yeah, but it's it is a beautiful place to live, and in the spring, fall, beautiful. We have a winter, usually have 2, maybe sometimes 3 snowstorms, but it's not bad. It'll drop down, it'll get cold for a few days, and in a few days it'll be back up in the 40s and 50s. it's overall not bad. I can't really complain. Very beautiful country. About 30 minutes south of me is the Buffalo National River. It's a national scenic river that's very remote. A lot of kayaking, camping, that kind of thing happens this time of the year, and so it's very beautiful. It's definitely a place to be if you like being in the outdoors. Over.
Copy that. Definitely like being out in the outdoors, but the thought of mosquitoes is not too good for me there. I've worked in Bristol, Tennessee, at a NASCAR race, and I remember, I can't remember the exact name of the city we're staying in, but the trees were making noise at night. I remember. And I guess there's some sort of bug or something in there. I don't know. And I do remember getting bit up pretty bad. So it was long sleeve shirts and pants in the summer. So. But I feel you there, Matt. I gotta take off real quick. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go to another frequency real quick. Somebody wanted to make a quick contact with me, so I'm gonna meet up with them. But I appreciate the contact here on DMR Talk Group 3100 there, David. W5SNA. I'm gonna be QSY on your final. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
All right, Greg. Good
See if we can
chatting
get
with
50
you,
likes.
and,
50 likes.
And,
50
link
likes.
up with the other station. Good to talk to you, my friend. 73 Kilo 6 Echo Golf W5S and A73 Soul.
See, one of the things is, being from California, I like to see, I don't know if anybody else is in here from California still, I like to see how other people live, because it gives me a different state of mind on how, the way their thought process is. People are not sitting in their car for 2 hours in traffic, like we are most of the time here in Southern California, whatever. That's just the tip of the iceberg, obviously.
Openspot connected to Brandmeister server.
All right, I'm on. Ooh, man. Computer just took a hit. Same here, pretty much. Was that a dog, or is that something else going on? And it's gotten worse. I don't know how long you've been out.
Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. Are you still around, sir? From Victor Echo 6 Delta India Lima.
Right.
Oh, this is Victor Echo 1 Delta Foxtrot Charlie QSL. Responding to the station with the call sign Victor Echo 6 Delta India Lima, sorry. Yes, hello to the station from Canada. You have been reaching Denmark, Copenhagen.
Really? What frequency? I can't get it's going to take a while for me to get my antenna up. I can't get it up.
David, stand by the DE1 station. I've lost myself in the Denmark station. I can't find you on the page anymore. Say again on
You're out in Anaheim?
Station.
Well, I'm giving it another go here. This is Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. The call sign is Oscar Zulu number 1, number 3 Juliet Kilo. It is being pronounced in my way, Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. So
I've mentioned that, like when I've talked to I'm making Russian contacts and stuff, whatever. I feel like
Delta India Lima. This is
I don't know, like
13.
lower, because these folks are speaking so good at English fluently, and I can't speak a lick of whatever language they have. So I've mentioned that quite a bit on the show here, the program, whatever you want to call it, live stream. So yeah, I feel you.
For some reason, the list on the dashboard.
What blue antennas? Don't you tell me to spend any more money.
I wasn't paying too much attention. Without it being on the list there, I have a real tough time.
Yeah, it's 3 hours round trip. For those of you who watch some of my live streams, you've seen my 2-hour commute home before. Good for you. You gonna go home and get some Skyline chili?
It's Victor Echo 6 Delta India Lima returning. You got my name already, and
David's never gonna be able to get in. He's gonna have to log like 4 contacts.
Canada, in the smoky part of Canada at the moment. So we got fires burning everywhere, and the smoke hasn't come down to this part of the.
Is there smoke going on?
Yet, but it's certainly lighting up the sky. Go ahead.
Oh, Canada. Canada has some fires.
13 Juliet Kilo responding to Victor Echo 6 Delta India Lima from Canada. Yeah, okay, Mario, nice to...
Skyline chili. It's bean soup. I've never had it. I've watched a couple challenges online.
To hear from someone in Canada.
Bad? Is it bad?
I've actually had the
Some people say they like it.
of
I'm not a hater. Some people say they hate Waffle House. I love Waffle House.
Fellow countrymen. So
I bet. I tell you what, I'm not eating chili a day before I get on a plane going home. That is a yes. So for those of you, I forget the name of the city. I know I was outside of Amarillo. I tried to do the steak challenge, the 72-ouncer. By the way, I ate the whole steak without a problem. I ate the baked potato, I ate the salad, but I couldn't do the cornbread and the beans and all the other stuff.
Years ago. So yeah, all very
Trying to think, but anyways, the reason why I'm bringing it up is I flew home the next day, and that was not a good idea. I had a stopover in Albuquerque and Phoenix, and
Mario,
yeah.
Back to you. And by the way, I'm using a Rativis RT73 mobile radio.
So it's an acquired taste. Some people say it's sweet.
And by the way, I'm using a dipole antenna, which is mounted in...
Lots of fires here in Saskatchewan. Okay, Canadian folk in here. Do you think Quebec's almost like another country? And don't take that the wrong way. I'm not really judging, but I'm just saying in general.
Okay, Toby, thank you. I think I got that pronounced properly. Maybe not. Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo.
No, okay.
6 Delta India Lima returning. And my understanding,
it just feels so much different being in Quebec. I've worked there, and like everything was in French. Even the little writing stuff on the walls for us at for work is in French. I'm just like, You go to Toronto, it's like being in wherever. It has cinnamon in it. That sounds so weird. Is that, you met cinnamon?
7 or 6 hours from GMT. Minus 7 or 6 hours in the GMT time.
I think I've been to almost a lot of the provinces.
+1, I would imagine. But all well with the radio and antennas, and you're actually going to
well, you don't want to eat something heavy when you fly. You know, I used to be an avid flyer.
Yeah, piece of software, I think.
You just the pressure messes up your insides.
By one of your citizens, I think. I'm using the Blue GD software.
I'm never going to be able to make a contact on here, but that's okay.
BD Stick 30, and it goes a little USB that plugs directly into the computer. And I'm using like I said, the Blue GD software. That allows me to do 4 modes: the DMR, the DStar.
So what's this antenna you're talking about there, John?
NDXDN, which I'm not absolutely sure. I've made contacts in there with it, but I don't know what the NDXDN stands for.
Mexico doesn't have one.
Good morning. Pleasure to talk to you. And I most definitely will
Oh, boy.
log you into the
I'm
QR
afraid.
for sure. And another country, I think this is the first station from your country. Let's see now. It's Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo from Victor Echo 6 Delta India Lima. I thank you, sir.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mario, the pleasure is all mine. I'm terribly excited.
Maybe I should have just stayed on
When it
3100.
comes down to talking to people from various places in the world, and I'm meeting kind and very very nice people here on Brandmeister all of the time. So I'm very happy about this, and it is a huge pleasure to talking to you, to have a conversation with you, and thank you for adding me to your log on QRZ.com. I will definitely be adding you, and also asking for you to confirm this conversation of ours, and your system with your computer is working quite good. So the audio is also very very nice. So no problems in that area. And so yeah, well, the time here in Denmark is 5:36 in the very early morning.
What are you doing up so early, dude?
So you're correct about the time differences. Comparing your country with mine.
Nothing is as easy. If you see them make it in a 2-minute video, then it's probably not easy. Some people say it is. I do all my stuff live, and I'll show you how not easy some of the stuff is. I've even done Anderson power poles on here live.
4 hours behind.
You guys remember that one?
So yeah, well, nice to have this conversation with you, and I thank you, and I'm wishing you a good time in your country.
What's the egg beater time on here?
Nice day.
What's he, 2 minutes in?
7-3 to you, Mario. I'm listening for your potential final. Victor Echo 6 Delta.
It's 2 minutes, 15 seconds in right now.
13 Juliet Kilo.
Wow. I'm surprised he didn't get timed out. I don't know if they have timing on this.
Well, okay, sir. I was, Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. Maybe
his audio is not that good.
There doesn't appear to be too many people wanting to use the reflector, at least I hope not. Calgary is the home of the 1988 Winter Olympics. It's also
I don't think
the Calgary Flames. And
I don't think I put a
grumpy old friend from Edmonton gives me.
I don't think I labeled it as
it gives me
as an Anderson Powerball build.
Gives me a hard
unfortunatately,
the
only things I labeled differently are like when I go out of the Oordinary, like when I do a poto or something like that. And is that a problem there, Nate?
And that is the home of the Oilers. Which is their hockey team that actually has made it into the final, the NHL finals this second time around this year, actually. They got into the finals last year and this year.
You guys know I'm picky about my audio.
The Florida Panthers.
Oh, I'll be right there.
The first game
any extras out there?
Is on
VK4? Wow, you got Australia on 20 meters right now? Tell him to go up to 225 or something. Help a brother out. I don't think I have Australia on 20 meters.
350 kilometers, or about 300
Voice.
kilometers north of the U.S. border. And
Oh, that's perfect, James. See, this is why I bring up confrontational subjects.
East of us, which is all flat, no hills whatsoever. Calgary is in an altitude of.
I want to taste it. I want to have it. I've seen some videos on it. I just want to do it.
And the west of us is the.
I've had a couple conversations with him. Very nice.
It only takes about 45 minutes to get into some phenomenal.
We're listening to 91 Worldwide on DMR Talk Group, DMR Talk Group 91 Worldwide. Sorry. God, I cannot speak today.
The westmost province in Canada. We are exactly 1,000.
Yeah, they're not that hard. I had people help me out. I think K8 MRD has some videos on it, and I don't know if you've seen his YouTube page. Check him out. I believe Smokin' Ape has a couple videos on power poles. Fun fact: the first time I've seen like digital radio, like DMR and stuff, was from Smokin' Ape. He was the first ham radio channel I saw, and then I saw Josh actually after that ham radio crash course.
Mario, thank you for all of the information that you were telling me about.
I used to fly through there a lot. I'm a Delta guy, so. But they don't really fly as much as they used to. Get yourself a
sharing with me. That's very nice.
As long as it doesn't have onions on it, I'm good.
In the more or less opposite country.
Smokin' Ape has some pretty good stuff, and he dumbs it down a lot for people like me.
Here. We are not way up high.
Some guys don't dumb it down. I'm not a technical guy. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I am with some stuff. I get in and start talking about phase cancellation, EQ curves. I can get into that. But all that waveform stuff, I am not good on.
Need some pills to stay calm, perhaps.
Smokin' Ape's been in the chat here too, quite a bit. He's a friend of the channel. So is Kata MRD. So if Katie, if you follow those two folks, they'll guide you the right way. Mike's no nonsense. He'll tell you what he's thinking too, which is great.
Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. This is Kilo 5 Kilo Tango Mike.
I called him out one day and I got him to laugh at it. Death by power.
Oh, there was another stage.
We got Gray Man Poda in here too. I'm sorry. But those are the two people I saw first. Well, I saw Smokin' Ape before anything else. Before I even knew YouTube was a thing, or ham radio on YouTube was a thing. We got Gray Man Poda in there. He could put his channel in there. Where are you at right now, subscriber wise?
Tuesday. Starting to lose track of the week here. And pouring down rain outside right now.
Yeah, I am not a fan of onions, especially raw ones. Nothing wrong with smoking something. Greg, what radio are you using to get all these cool displays on your channel? So, believe it or not, this is a 9700 that's below me right here. That does not have a video out. No video out on those radios at all. You can buy add-ons and stuff for it, but I just have a cheap $90 camera focused in on it, very, very, ever so slightly correct. What's it called? Color corrected. I have it so color corrected, it's hard for me to look at with my own eyes because the camera sees differently than the naked eye when you're showing stuff. So it almost looks like a video out. And the Openspot you see there, it's actually off of a website.
No problems at all. So, and always nice to get a contact.
I tried, dude.
I think perhaps that you're my first contact.
I tried to make people happy. That's how I feel about onions. I like the flavor of them. I used to order green onions on pizza and then take the onions off because I love the flavor. But if I would eat it, I'm done.
Contact in the area of
Oh, crap.
Texas.
FT8's good tonight?
So, thank you for
I'll get the antenna probably tomorrow.
being that contact, and I hope that you will do me the honor of adding me to your log.
No, I don't want to add you to my log. No.
Conversation through the QRZ.com. Microphone back to you, Kevin. And by the way, the time here in Denmark is 5:54 during the morning.
5:54.
Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo 5 Kilo Tango Mike. Yeah, thanks very much, Torben. I appreciate it.
5:54. How did he get 50? How did he get 10 more minutes? Is he like calling a half-hour difference?
The equipment I'm using here is a.
I thought there's only like 3 places in the world that there's a half-hour difference. North Korea, Adelaide, and then Nova Scotia.
Yeah, your signal is absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much, man. I try to make people happy.
Be proud of your setup. It's doing you well. Anyway, I'll kind of cut it down and keep it fairly short. I'm sure there's other people that want to talk to you. But set me free, and great talking to you. And I did have you logged in QRZ. So just whenever you finish it, automatically confirm.
Oh, really? India's 30 minutes off too?
Kilo 5, Kilo Tango Mike. I'll be clear on your final.
Some of that might have changed. I was told in my Uber or whatever it was when I was in Adelaide, when they were telling me the time, I'm like, there's no way this is a half-hour time difference. And I think it was a lady. She's like, no, there's like 4 places in the world.
Kevin in the United States of America.
They're not too bad price, but you can definitely make a radio a little bit better. It's Newfoundland. I'm sorry. My bad.
So 7-3 to you, and bye-bye. This is Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo listening for other potential callers.
KEZ, KE6TZ. Palmdale. That sounds familiar. I think I've talked to him on 2 meter before. There's your chance, David. Give it a shot. Or forever hold your peace. Picking at a scab is not a good thing. Fidgeting. Oh, you lost your chance. Chino, California.
This is Oscar Zulu 13 Juliet Kilo. I think I had a station with the call sign Delta.
And I think they only do that in the summer.
Delta something.
I can't remember. I know it's something weird.
Ronnie here.
So what's that? Germany, right? Germany. Germany's a little further east than where that other dude's at. So it's what, 7 in the morning over there, 6 in the morning?
I think I'm transmitting this time. Yes, hello to the station from Germany.
David, you had your shot there, man.
So, yes, hello to you. Guten Abend, or good morning, I think it is supposed to be called. I do not know how to say good morning in German. Oh dear. Guten Morgen, I think it is. Perhaps I'm mistaken. My German is schlecht. It's not good. So, yeah, thank you for calling. I think your name is Ronnie. So, yes, hello to you, and the name here is Orban. Thank you.
I'm going to go to another talk group here. What should I go to here? So American Link is not on.
Hey, mobile radio to be reaching my hotspot. Microphone back to you, Ronnie.
Let me do this.
Yeah, good morning, Dorben.
I'm going to change profile. So AM, COM, Is America Link still a thing? Yeah, man, I didn't hear you. We're all looking for you. So I'm trying to change profiles right now to this AM com thing. Oh boy, I broke it. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Says it's still on. It's green. I don't know how to get on America Link. We'll try again. There we go.
Connect to MMDVM server.
I don't remember how to get on America Link. So I'm going to get knocked out now.
Openspot profile 1 ready. Openspot connected to Brandmeister 3102.
Let me go back to 93. Can you do 93?
Openspot connected to Brandmeister 3102.
Didn't connect.
Openspot connected to Brandmeister server.
I'm on 93. Who can hear me on 93? There were some folks talking on here earlier. So it looks like I'm going to put my antenna up. It looks like the solar is going to be good tomorrow. Just looking on my phone. You can link Allstar to Talker and have much cleaner audio. Yeah, but then how do I can't get on. Well, I can get on 91 Worldwide on my Allstar link too. But like all the cross moding sounds like garbage. Cincinnati, Ohio. Home of Skyline Chili. I don't know why that's stuck in my head. I think because I just watched a video on YouTube. This guy ate that chili for like a week.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring DMR Talk Group 93 North America from the city of Chino, California, 37.8 miles to be exact from downtown LA and Southern California.
Rob's like, no.
K6 JFF. What was that? I had my volume down a little bit lower. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure, it's Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, and I'm just looking up your call sign. You're not too far away there. You're out by Cal Mesa, it looks like, right?
Yes, sir. Right here is the city of Beaumont. Actual town's called Cherry Valley. There, back to you.
Yep, I know where that is. See that off the highway on the way out to Palm Springs quite a bit there. So very familiar with it. I'm just out the city of Chino. I think you probably know where that is. I'm just south of Ontario.
Yeah, I grew up in Ontario. I lived there for 38 years. Back to you.
Interesting. What part of Ontario?
It's California.
It was Phillips and San Antonio. Like a block or two from De Anza Park right there. On, I think
Elm?
De Anza Park was on...
Elm?
Was it on
Euclid? I just said it.
Yeah. Back to you.
Yep, I grew up in Ontario myself, campus in Philadelphia, and went to De Anza Junior High there on Sultana Avenue there, and eventually graduated high school from Ontario in 1993. So yeah, and then I moved a couple places and ended up in Chino, a couple different cities, but ended up back in Chino 2000.
Pomona.
Wow, that's funny. I mean, when you went to De Anza, did they have a wood shop and metal shop there?
Yes, they did. They had the wood shop and metal shop teacher was I actually remember his name, Mr. Hersink. He was a German, I think, if I recall right. If my memory serves correctly, 40 plus years.
30 years, 30 plus years.
Wow, yeah, you're that exactly to the T. When I had metal shop there, I used to yell at me in German, and I understood it because my father spoke German. So that is funny.
That's
and that's why I remember he was German, because when he used to get angry, he used to like say stuff in German. Like, I think they were bad words. I don't remember. He was nice, but yeah, I had a good time at De Anza. I trying to think of we had a coach. I heard Mr. Jackson for the PE coach. I heard he just passed away.
God, this is pretty cool. He's a local guy here. And Mr. Jackson, black dude, he had like the biggest like fro going on. I loved him.
I remember Mr. Jackson, but I think I had wood shop and metal class, and then I had music, and then English, and what do you call the home ed stuff too there. Just in case.
I didn't do home ec at junior high. I did it in high school. My camera's not focusing. But the funny thing was, the home ec, I think, gave me the best knowledge of living that I ever learned at a school, just in general, because I learned how to balance my checkbook. I learned what to get at grocery stores. I learned how to cook basic stuff, like frying and making pasta and stuff like that. Stuff that you have to do. That some kids these days don't know how to do. They just know how to order off their phone. So back in the day, my parents, I don't know how old you are. I think you're pretty close to my age. My parents were gone by the time I was like 7 years old, and I was left to fend for myself and drink out of water hoses and stuff like that. So you know what I mean.
Gen X are built differently. Gen X strong.
Yeah. I'm let's see, I'll be 57 in July here. So me and my sisters went to, they didn't go to De Anza because we moved out here from Orange County when they were like, I think they were freshmen, just starting that, you know, how you go from summer, and then you move, and then you're in freshman. So they went all the way from freshman to, they both graduated there.
Well, cool, man. It's good to talk to somebody local here. You never know who you're going to run across the radio. Do you work any, it looks like you're a technician, but do you work any like VHF, like 2-meter sideband or 2-meter call frequency, anything like that, local repeaters at all?
Oh, I just recently got my license here in, what was it, May 6th, I think? Yeah. Back to you there.
Oh, well, welcome into the hobby. It sounds like you got DMR going for you there. I had a couple years in, and it took me forever, and I couldn't have done it with a bunch of help from YouTube and everything else to get my digital mode set up. And I'm guessing you're maybe on a hotspot being out where you're at, because I don't think there's a DMR repeater out there.
Chat got quiet.
Cal Mesa, Banning, some other Merino, I think it's Merino Valley or Lake Elsinore, and Redlands, Cal Mesa. Right now I'm talking on the Snow Peak repeater. That's only like less than 4 miles.
Excellent. Yeah, I think I can hit that out here. There's like a tiny little narrow path. As I'm kind of like, if I line of sight with Beaumont and stuff like that, I got what's the name of that mountain there that's out in the Riverside area over by UCR. Box Springs is kind of in the way. There's a couple of repeaters up there too.
Yeah, I don't know that one, but when I did live in Chino there, I did talk on AM back in the mid-'80s and '90s. I got into the AM radio there when I was going back and forth to work there when I lived in Ontario. And I fell out of that, and I worked at McDonnell Douglas for about 25 years, and then moved out up to the desert and then got into automotive there. And then I went to Southern California Aviation up there in Adelanto.
Did you work at the Long Beach plant for airplanes and stuff? I don't know if I went through that time. Did you work at Long Beach Airport building the airplanes and stuff?
Yeah, that was for McDonnell Douglas down there in Long Beach. Absolutely. I was there about 25 years, and then I went from there to Adelanto at Southern California Aviation up there for a little bit.
I worked at McDonnell Douglas for a very short time, freelance basis in their television department. Right about the time Boeing bought them out, unfortunately. So yeah, I think the 717. I think that was the last project I worked on as far as like video production. We did a bunch of delivery videos for like Lufthansa, like the MD-11. I think they had a bunch, and then the Saudis had a bunch of planes, MD-90s. during that same time. So I don't know what years are out there, but that's when I was out there, just on a freelance basis, a couple times a month.
Yeah, I was over there in Building 84 for a little bit in the wing dock. And I was in Building 13, what department was that? I was in 510, 511, and 505 there.
Yeah, kind of sad when the one that all ended and they moved out of there. I think the military plane, and I want to say C5, but it's a C-17, I think, the 4-engine smaller version. I think was on the other side of the airport. We did some stuff at, but I don't remember the names of the buildings, to be honest with you. It was very big and very confusing to me.
Yeah, I was there on that. It's just off of Cherry Avenue down there, C-17 there. I was there for about 4 years on that one. Then Building 84, they still have the Douglas emblem up there, and that's a Mercedes dealership now.
Yeah, man, I haven't been down to Long Beach in quite a bit. My grandparents actually used to live off Cherry in San Antonio, so it was, and I would actually stay over there when I was working in Long Beach. So, yeah, a lot of memories there. A lot of cool stuff going on at that airport, and I had fun riding in the brand new airplanes that were just about ready to be delivered. We'd go out on test flights out to Yuma and then fly right back the same day.
Another Redlands guy out there, huh?
Oh yeah, that was right there. Yeah, and then I got laid off.
Yeah,
there,
I'm gonna jump into bed myself here soon.
I stayed with Southern California Aviation, and then they knew my father, so that was a bad experience. So I just went into automotive, and then here I am. And then I had.
I'll text you tomorrow. See what you.
And then I kind of lost my.
See where I'm at because I'm with my car. Unless you still need me.
Back to you.
Yep.
All right, well, copy that, man. I've been yik-yakking here for a little bit, but Todd, nice meeting you. Nice to talk to somebody that with a lot in common, even though we're not really connected as far as things there. But I appreciate the conversation there. And hey, welcome to the hobby. And maybe if you step up, maybe possibly in the future and get your general, we could talk on like HF or something like that, or maybe even like 2-meter. VHF or something like that.
I tried to make it as close as I can, but I'm tied to the servers there. So it'll be about 2 seconds off for you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
My server I'm connected to is in Pasadena, I believe.
Yeah, it was great, man. It's always fun to talk to somebody in your old neighborhood there.
And remembering the German woodshop person or teacher from junior high of all things, and I can't remember. I can't believe I remembered that. So, anyways, you take care, and nice conversation, and hope to connect with you again there. 7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf in the city of Chino, California. Also, live streaming on YouTube.
At this very moment, we're going to cover ARRL June VHF contest.
No problem,
excellent.
Man. Thank you so much for the Kiso K06. What was it? K06 JFF, King Ocean 6, Juliet, Fox.
He's still getting used to his call sign. Isn't that cute?
Man. Thank you so
I love
much.
it.
73 is for you, and we're clear on your frequency down there in Chino. All right, 73.
Jason, have I talked to you before? I've definitely talked to you before. You look awful familiar. You're making me feel bad there, Dustin. Come on. You've changed your profile, though. I remember the call sign. I remember something about it. And please don't hold it against me. I'm really bad on call signs. But I remember woodshop teachers from 37 years ago So go figure, huh? So I'm planning on being on tomorrow at some point. I might join Grayman Poda's kids table. I don't know if you want to put that in the link in the chat. I'm sorry. Put a link in the chat. Man, I can't even talk. It's all right. I've got so much stuff going on. Did I get my call sign out? I thought I'd get my call sign out. Well, technically on DMR, your call sign is being sent digitally as well. You can see the dashboard on there. So here's my dashboard. It has already sent it. So you get the K6EGG there and some other stuff sent. I wish I can go on 20 meter. And you got a KG6 call sign there in Southwest Florida. DMR sends radio it. Oh, he was messing up his own call sign because he was not used to it. That's why I said that. And I had to take everything out of my car because I may not have my car again. I may not even drive it anymore. So we'll see how that goes. My poor Tesla. A little tiny fender benders is like going to basically total my car, possibly. We'll see. I don't know. So it's 5 p.m. I'll try to text you before. I'll let you know. Good thing I brought down the mic. That was not good. Here's another thing. What I do is I unsync from these talk groups. On DMR, you hit 4,000 and we'll disconnect you because you don't need to be synced to talk groups unless you're talking on them. As far as I'm concerned, I can't talk because I got that thing in my ear. You still have to ID a DMR, but you're sending your dashboard is looking. Well, it's also on your radio. It shows up on the radio too. Dang it. The bands have opened up. They're all open now. I'll get the antenna up. That's the other thing. I'll try to get it up tomorrow. We'll see on stuff. Jesse. Only if you download the database? Does it store on your radio or your hotspot? I'm guessing on a hotspot, right? Yeah, I really not gonna be happy driving a gas powered car for a couple weeks. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope I see you again in the chat there, Katie. And 73, and it's a good morning to you out there in Maine. We don't have too many Maine people out there watching. Trolling on Facebook. Sorry, on Twitter, on X, or whatever you want to call it. Free unlimited plan for 1 year. All right, sorry. My mom. It never gets sent over the air? What about for repeaters? Does a repeater transcode that stuff? I don't know how that stuff works. But they can see. I thought I ID'd myself. I have to go back and listen. I'm pretty sure I did. There you go. Just what Hamsick just said there. comment about my experience with the 9700. I like the radio. I've used it on the ISS. When I first got it, I only used it pretty much exclusively on 2 meter and 2 meter sideband, and it has a great 2 meter sideband radio and receiver on it. I have it hooked up to a X50A antenna by Diamond, I believe. Not a model number guy. With some RG, not RG, but the LMR 400. Great radio. I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with it. I definitely want to play satellite with it. It has pretty good satellite receiver as far as I understand. Good stuff that you can use. You can link with the computers and stuff. The other thing, I've connected, I can't say all over the world, but all over the country. No, that's not true because I've done it out of the country before. With SDR control. With my Mac, and depending on my local, not saying here because I have pretty good internet here, I have fiber here, fiber internet that is, wherever I'm connected, it does a little better when I connect it with a wire, but it has a good connection through the internet, and I can get on my what do you call it? My basic, I could use my radio like I would sitting in front of it on my computer, including if I VPN into my local network here, get into my dashboard and change out my hotspots. Really useful when you're gone for a while. You want to play with radios. 9700, pretty top-notch radio. And the funny thing is the way I got it. This particular radio is I had a TS2000 during 2020, and I was absolutely bored out of my mind because I wasn't doing anything like everybody else because our politicians thought they were doctors. I don't want to get into that too much. But so everything was closed down, and I busted out the radio and tried to get that thing going, and my TS2000 did not work. I still have it. If somebody is interested in buying it, doesn't work. If you want it for parts, let me know. So I went to Ham Radio Outlet and I go, give me a radio. Tell me about a radio that has 2 meter sideband. Cause I want to talk, there's some nets here on 2 meter sideband, and I wanted something dual or, at least, like UHF, VHF. I wanted something just like the TS2000, but they didn't have anything at the time. So the nice fellow over there, Ham Radio Outlet in Anaheim, California, directed me to the 9700, which I was not allowed to play with because of COVID. I was surprised they let me in the store. But he kind of showed me how to do stuff on it. I'm like, oh, I'll take that. I didn't even do any research on it. Took it home and plugged it in, and it was very easy to get going. And that was before I was watching all these YouTube things. And I talked to some local folks out here on 2 meter VHF and met a lot of good people, including Denny. So I wouldn't have done that without the 9700. Great radio. Great radio. Solid. It stays on all the time. It's been on for like 4 years straight. I have it on all day, all night. The one I have does not. Don't be so angry, Neil. Why are you coming in so late? No, there's not. But I made contacts on 10 meters with that thing in like all over Europe before I logged and all that stuff. So that TS2000 was nice. And what I really liked about that TS2000, it had cross-band repeat. Oh my God, that was so fun to play with. I would go to Chino Hills and link up to my radio on UHF and hear myself come out VHF way out in Chino Hills, like crystal clear. It was a good way to check my radio. I had a little repeater, and yes, I had the digital DPL on it. And by the way, I still don't have a rental car. after an accident I had on Sunday. And pieces are falling off. And I just got my, what do you call it? I don't know. They said how much they think it's going to be. But yeah, 9700. If you're on the fence about buying it, I think they'll hold their value. I'm not switching to Geico. I don't know. I might switch to AAA. I don't want to say what I have, but I don't have AAA right now, and I don't have Geico. Sky Command, if you had a capable way. I don't know what Sky. I don't know. I don't do Sky Command. But whoever asked me about the 9700, I love it. I also love my 7610. I just wish I had a couple different features that it doesn't have. I'm gonna get a newer one. I'm not gonna get a new one. I'm gonna get a newer one. My dad has had it, and he didn't have any issues. And the thing is too, my wife got in an accident in November or October last year, and like she was, what's the word I'm looking for? She was, I don't know, like back to normal within like 2 weeks. I'll be lucky if I get if they do fix my car, I'll be lucky to get it back in July. No, I'm not going to the General. So yeah, if you're on a fence, I am not sponsored by any of these companies, by the way. I'm just a normal ham radio op. I like my 9700. Some people don't like them. I like them. I heard all the SAT people like them. Like I said, the only SAT I've worked, at least from this thing, and I did it with a vertical antenna, was the ISS. And I think that's how Matt came aboard at K7 UAP. I think that's how I met him, if I'm correct. He heard me on the satellite up there in Washington. I think that was our first contact. I have to ask him how he got in the channel. But yeah. Any other questions? Going once. Where's Seth? Seth is in, I almost said Israel. He is in Vietnam. Seth is in Vietnam right now. He might be watching. It's, I don't know, noon out there or something. He was over in Asia for work, and I guess he said he won't be in the area. He's not in the area very often, even though he was there 3 months ago. So he decided to take a little vacation after he was done with his assignment in another country. I forget where Taiwan, I think he was at. I thought that people do it with HTs. How many gigabytes do you use on a Starlink? So I only do 1080. Sorry, I only do, if I do on a mobile phone, I'll do 1080p, I'm sorry, at 30 frames. If I use my computer, I'll do 720 at 30 frames. I'll use less than 2 gigs. And that's like pretty much all day. And that's including, I'm downlinking the video as well for a confidence monitor, and on everything. I'm also doing web searching on that, looking up call signs and stuff. So it doesn't eat up a lot of space. I've never gone over 30 gigs. I think that my most and I've done a lot of POTA. I wouldn't say a lot of POTA, a lot of streaming, sometimes about 3 or 4 hours. And I've never used more than 5 gigs in the whole month that I had it. So, oh, that's right. You're right. My bad. Any other questions I can help you with? And that's just for my own. Yeah. If you're not there all the time, you can always change it to another plan too, or you just pay $1 a gig. So it's not like a deal breaker as far as I'm concerned. But if you're going to be streaming Netflix on it, like 4K, that's another thing. 1080p, not so bad. If you go 1080p at 60 frames, it starts to eat up a lot more. Huge difference. I was trying not to look at it. You're thinking of Thailand, though. Well, I mean, it could be Vietnam too. No stream, just downloading weather. Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, you're not going to eat up that much. If anything, I'm eating up way more than you would ever eat up on Starlink. And supposedly the newer update, you're going to get a little more download. And did you get the mini? They must have had a deal on the mini, because I have a mini video I put on YouTube last year when I was testing it out randomly. And I'm getting a lot of views on it now. Just trying to bring it up. Shorts. Yeah, I got 8,000 views on this. And I only had like 2,000 views a couple weeks ago. That's not bad. This one, oh my goodness, what's one got 73,000 views? This was my best video ever. 162,000 views. Who would have thought? This one got a pretty large amount, 8,000, 9,000 almost. Yeah, so I guess there's a mini sale, because all of a sudden I'm getting all these mini. So people are looking up the minis. You showed that video to nice. Sweet. My video, see, the videos that I get a lot of views on are not ham radio related, so I'm a little bit bummed. We have Starlink, Rome, 3rd generation. We take it everywhere with us. My wife works from home. Yeah, dude, it's solid. I think it's as reliable as a cable modem. And it also, if you like the mini, I got a little battery for it, which I sent Denny, that I connect with a USB-C. I mean, in a case of emergency, it's a satellite phone. So, I mean, it's not bad. You get a $300 satellite phone. All right, it's 9:30. I got to get out of here. I'm going to try to connect with Gray Man Poto tomorrow, so I'll probably be on a little bit later. Roy, everybody. Glad you guys joined in. And by the way, you watching right now on Starlink? It's nice to be transmitting a satellite. I think I don't know if Hamstick Eric's still in here. He loves his Starlink. If I didn't have fiber, I'd get a Starlink, but it's kind of ridiculous if I can get cable modem or fiber here. It's kind of ridiculous. Some people get because it's a satellite. Don't waste the bandwidth. Leave it for people that need it. I only activate my Starlink when I need it or want to use it where I go. So a lot of people just, I don't know, whatever. I mean, they can use it for whatever they want, but that's my theory on it. I'm going to leave you. I don't know if Denny's been around since I've debuted the weather channel here. The K6EGG weather channel 4000. And by the way, Neil, we have to connect I need some help with that antenna. I bought an analyzer to play with that antenna because the numbers don't match up correctly for the band, I think. Or whatever. Like if I go to 20 meter to like move the antenna, it like still a little bit out of whack. I still have to move it up and down a little bit. But right now is not a good time because I've been seriously busy and I dealing with that stupid accident thing. So I'll leave you with some K6EGG weather channel 4000 or weather 4000. Here you go. Let me see here before I leave. Everyone. That's awesome. And you're out in California? All right, I'm going to leave you the weather. I know I don't need a 1-to-1, but it was like 3-to-1. That's not good. And I just went up there and moved it up and down. And I got it to like a 1.5. All right, here's the weather. Bye.